Alright, everybody, welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let me actually fix something real quick. Apparently, there was an update, and something's jacked up here because I can hear everybody twice. Alright, anybody out there in chat, if you can hear me, please let me know. Said it's low, Shad? Let me move it in closer. Can you hear me now? Alright, so we are here at Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight, Truck Series, Halloween night. There are a bunch of guys with different Halloween paint schemes going on. They are giving away a brown bag special tonight for whoever finishes fourth place. It's a brown bag special that's being given away by MEA Woodworks, otherwise known as Michael Allen, who is one of the truck drivers tonight. He will be giving away a brown bag full of goodies of NASCAR memorabilia, I believe, that he's giving out to whoever finishes fourth place. So it's not just the top three that get to come to the booth tonight. It will be the top four, as we will have to give away that brown bag special. And I believe Mike Allen will go through what he's got in that bag, unless he's just going to leave it completely up to a surprise. But I believe he's going to join us after the race and just go through and let everybody know what fourth place won. Tonight's Atlanta Motor Speedway should be really fast. Track temp is actually at 125 degrees right now. Air temp is actually 82, but track temp is scorching at 1 at 25. So should see some slipping and sliding. Tires will most likely be very ruined after a short run, as usual when you come to Atlanta Motor Speedway. But 125 tempo on track is definitely going to be really hot on those tires. As of right now, I believe the top in points is, I want to say it's JPOF for the Truck Series. I want to say, let me just pull it up real quick. So yeah, points right now is Josh Arnold with 154 with one win, Hunter Peach with one win at 143, so not too far behind J-Paw. Cole Snyder is third in points with 128, so a little bit of a gap to him as well. And then the rest of the top 10 in points is Enrique Quiones in fourth, Jake Millsap fifth, Christopher Murphy in sixth, Nathan Lehman in tied for sixth, Pete Ruzick in eighth, Stan Carnathan in ninth, and Benjamin T. Lee in the 151 is currently 10th in points. So it should be a little bit of a shakeup tonight. I know one of the faster guys from Texas last week that got hosed at the end there was Shad Swatsworth. He is missing tonight. So I believe he's about 13th in points. The rest of the field should be able to make it up. I'm not seeing a two. I'm only seeing 15 on track right now. Actually, 19. So should be a good amount of people tonight. Should be a good crowd on track. A lot of guys. Actually, I'm seeing 22 on track now, and there's actually a couple that haven't signed in yet. They got 5 minutes before the race. We got about 3 seconds left in practice. Josh Arnold, your points leader, is first in practice. Pete Ruzick is in second in practice, and Nate Lehman is third in practice. Both of them are only 1/100th slower than Josh Arnold. So it should be a fast-paced race. Actually, the top 22 is only separated by 3/10, which isn't a whole lot at Atlanta. So draft track, they will be following each other around. Hopefully they get to racing with using their heads tonight. Texas had a few bonehead moves, so hopefully tonight at Atlanta they can pretty much just try to keep to themselves and try to at least run clean and not have the cautions that we've been having the last couple races here. But I know the owner, Papa Bear, has put out a lot of chatter this week asking guys to be patient trying to not be so aggressive, especially in the first half of the race. Maybe later on in the race, be a little bit more aggressive, but no stages, so there's no need to be aggressive, at least for a little while. As we've seen a few guys get super aggressive within the first 30 laps. Then it kind of chills out for about 30, 40 laps, and then it goes back to being aggressive for those last final laps. What's going on, Roberts? I see you out there. Appreciate you joining in. Shad, I see you out there. I assume you're probably working, listening. So hopefully you can make it through the next hour and a half without falling asleep at work, since I know you're working that 12-hour shift from 6 to 6 a.m. So good luck with that. But yeah, tonight is the Halloween race. I hope everybody's out there enjoying Halloween, enjoying the candy. If you're a parent, hopefully you're going through your kids' candy and trying to find the best candy and leaving them with the junk. I will be your broadcaster. I was supposed to have Richard Hurst in here tonight, but I'm not seeing him in the booth yet, so I'm not sure where he's at. He may be not making it. If not, it'll be just me. So yeah, so let's go into the practice, and I'll get you in there and see what's going on. The qualifying, sorry. Actually, I'm going to run the anthem real quick to do a red, white, and blue salute to the troops and everybody out there who's on the front lines helping and trying to get through this very odd time that we are in. So here's the anthem. All right, we are back here live at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're getting through qualifying. Right now, Hunter Peach is the top spot. Cole Snyder is second. Stan Kernathan is third. Josh Arnold, the perennial pole sitter for a lot of these races, actually is only ninth currently. So it looks like we'll have another pole sitter, which is, I believe, Hunter Peach is who it's going to wind up being, unless somebody comes out here and blows the doors off. But I don't see Bain out here tonight. Bowling doesn't usually run on Sundays. Shad's out. And there's a few others I'm not seeing on track as well. So Hunter, I believe, has gotten, 3 poles so far this season. So he's definitely a very good one-lap sprinter here for the pole, and he is currently second in the points as well. I'm seeing 19 so far have run through qualifying. Hunter Peach is first, Cole Snyder second, Stan Kernathan third, Nathan Lehman fourth, Bradley Rivers fifth, Braden Holt seventh, and as I say that, Pete Ruzick jumps to second on the board. Enrique Quiones is eighth, Christopher Murphy ninth, Mike Campbell 10th, Josh Arnold now 11th, Josh Franks 12th, Samuel Wade 13th, Robert Pierce is 14th, Mike Allen 15th, Jake Millsap 16th, Benjamin Lee 17th, Jeff Lednam 18th, and TJ Hanley is 19th so far. They got about 4 seconds left in qualifying, and then they're going to go to gridding. It looks like my standings board is a little off, too. All right, so they're currently gridding up. Looks like we got, like I said, Hunter Peach first. Pete Ruzick coming in on the outside lane in second. Cole Snyder in the top three. Stan Kernath in fourth. Nathan Lehman fifth. Bradley Rivers sixth. Braden Holt in that 72 Chevy seventh. Enrique Quiones eighth. Christopher Murphy ninth. Mike Campbell 10th. Josh Arnold comes in 11th. Josh Franks 12th. Sam Wade 13th. Robert Pierce 14th. Mike Allen 15th. Jake Millsap 16th. Benjamin Lee 17th. Jeff Lednam 18th. TJ Hanley 19th. Michael LeBlanc 20th. Brian Tiffany 21st. Joshua Roberts 22nd. And Dave Covier 23rd. So like I said, we do have some paint schemes going on tonight, so let me try to cycle through these real quick and try to get some Halloween paint styles for you guys to see. So we got the 3. Let's see if we can get closer to them. Nope. The 8. So let's do... You can see Pete's got that Frankenstein paint scheme going on for Rep Sports. I know he's got Rep Sports all over his stuff, Raise Energy, that kind of stuff. But he's got their new, I guess, flavor, Frankensoul, Frankensour. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but might have to pull Pete in to find out exactly what that flavor is. I know he's got that. Let's see, you got the Marlboro paint scheme back here. You got Daffy Duck back here. You got a Happy Halloween from Murphy. You got a couple evil guys from scary movies. You got It back here. You got Tasmanian Devil. You got the Toon Squad. Ooh, looks so good. You got Damage. We are going green though, and we'll jump back up to the 26 as he's firing it off in a turn 1. There's already a crash going on in the background. It looks like it is Papa Bear and somebody else here. Let me jump back to them. I believe it was a 71 I saw flipping around back there, so let me jump to them real quick and see exactly what happened. Yeah, so I'm not sure what was going on with the 97. 71 gets going. Oh, and there's a few of them. I'm not sure what was going on there. Let's back it out into a far view and see exactly what was going on here. So it looks like the 21 just spun the tires. The Maxwell House car spun the tires. Not sure if the track was ready because apparently there was oil down on the track or something because there was a lot of trucks spinning the tires. I know this track is a little touchy with guys trying to start in second gear. I know a lot of guys try to start in third gear instead and just roll through that start. Ooh, the 151 just backed it right into the 21. Not sure what the 21 was doing there either. Could have went around him. Let's go grab Papa Bear real quick if we can and see exactly what was going on. Actually, I'm going to grab Mike Allen. Mike, you got a copy of the SWATs in the booth?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, Mike, what happened there on that first restart? Looked like a bunch of guys spun tires or something and just kind of turned it right into the wall or turned it right into the rest of the field. Is that what happened from your side of it?
I believe so. I mean, I just took evasive action. I dove right into the front lawn there and just mowed some grass, so I didn't hit nobody, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it looked like whoever was in the Maxwell House truck spun tires, went into the outside wall. It looked like Papa and the 21s might have spun tires and turned into each other. Definitely not a good start. Was anybody calling it out saying that they spun tires or anything?
No, no. I just said something, and I think that's what they said.
I gotcha. All right. Well, good luck on the rest of the race. Definitely looking forward to seeing what you can do tonight. Did you get any damage from going through the grass?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I sort of I held on to it. I don't think I did though.
All right. Well, that took out about 6 or 7 trucks there with damage. So definitely try to hang in there. We got about 106 laps to go now. So good luck the rest of the night, and hopefully we'll be seeing you either in the top 3 or top 4 for sure.
So thank you.
So it looks like some guys just were not ready on that restart and got really loose with spinning the tires and just cranked it right into the field or cranked it in the outside wall, which just created a giant cluster right there on the restart. But shed hunting when I get off tomorrow. Got tomorrow and Tuesday off. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully you don't shoot a very big one, because that would not be fun for the rest of us if you shoot one during archery. So Bane doesn't run. Yeah, I know he doesn't run trucks, but he ran, I think it was a week or 2 ago, where he just ran some laps. Shad's out there saying, "Let's go, Pete." Guys starting in first gear. I don't know why they would have started in first gear. That doesn't even sound smart to me. I would think you'd be starting in second, if not third. What's going on, Shadow? You're definitely welcome to jump up here in the booth, buddy. Definitely miss you too. Wish you were on track. Hopefully we see you out here on track soon. Hope your mom's doing well too. So definitely, definitely can't wait to see you out here on track. Maybe Xfinity. Maybe I'll be able to race against you finally, since I sat out last season. So definitely look forward to see you on track, and hopefully we have a good rest of the race here. We're only 5 laps into the race, and we got our first caution on that first restart with guys just not being ready to accelerate in first or second gear and spun the tires. So definitely hoping that that can be fixed before this next one. I got you, buddy. I know the Braves are playing. Don't tell me the score, though. Definitely hope the Braves can pull it off tonight. But we're going to go back green. Pete Ruzick is going to be your leader with Hunter Peach on the inside in that 26 black and yellow champion truck. Looks like Nate Lehman is on the outside in that second row, and he got a great jump with Pete being the leader, and is pulled up alongside of Hunter Peach and is going to try to take that position coming out of turn 2, but Hunter's going to have a good run on the inside. He's actually going to get side by side with Pete and actually decides to jump in between. He kind of pinched Nate there. Nate had some momentum coming off the high side there, and I think Nate gave him a break there. Good to hear, buddy. I'm glad she's doing well. Glad you're doing well. Hopefully, like I said, we can get you in here and see you on track shortly. As of right now, Pete Ruzick is leading some laps, and I know there's a lot of guys out there, or a lot of fans out there, who would definitely be excited to see Pete win one. Definitely one of them, in my opinion, one of the all-time greats in broadcasting. Definitely an inspiration for me for broadcasting. Somebody I definitely took a lot of help and a lot of inspiration, and just tried to mimic as much as possible on here. So I would love to see Pete win one. Hunter's in second in points. He's also second in the race currently, but he's got Nate Lehman and Cole Snyder down on the inside line underneath him. They're almost 3 wide with the, I don't know who that is in that brown truck. Bradley Rivers in the 69. They were almost 3 wide there, but Brad decided to back out of it and went up in. He's still now in the middle lane, so if he's going to carry enough momentum, he might be able to get in between these two. Hopefully he's smart enough to realize that it's super early in the race, only 9 laps in, and we don't need another caution. So hopefully he can just ride along for a little while and let these guys try to figure out who wants to lead and just kind of roll through the corners here. I did hear from my broadcaster was going to be in here with me. He will be here shortly. We'll get him in here and see what he thinks is going to go on the rest of the night. But let's check in with Pete real quick and see what he's up to from the far side. So you got that Raise Energy Frankensour, I think is what it is. It's a pretty cool paint job for sure. But he's leading. He's right on the bottom. You want to kind of roll the bottom, second groove. I know some guys will try to ride up around the wall. I can't do that here for some reason. It just doesn't work for me. So you want to kind of angle it down in like Pete's doing. He angles it right down to the white line or as close as he can. But if you see back there in that 69, it's like a goldish bronze. Almost copper, actually. He's pulling momentum in that second to third groove, kind of what I want to call it. Because you kind of almost could fit a truck between the two of these guys right now. But he's carrying the momentum on that outside with that. It looks like, I'm pretty sure that's Pinhead, Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. He's got all the Halloween Scream. He's got all the haunt or the scary different figures on there. So he's carrying that momentum on the outside, and he's able to pull around Pete. And now Nate Lehman is also about to do the same thing. They're carrying momentum in that second to third groove where Pete's scrubbing off speed down there at the bottom. I don't know if Pete's going to recognize that and try to move up in front, but Nate is definitely carrying the momentum on the outside now, and is getting alongside of Pete. And Brad Rivers has now taken the lead. Let's jump to Brad. These guys are flying around now. We're 13 laps in. Those tires should be good anywhere from 10 to 25, and then they're really going to start getting worn. Usually right around that 20-lap mark is where they will really, really get loose. The tires really start sliding. Ooh, truck wrecking back there in the back. Another one, and a third. Here comes a caution. So second caution out tonight. Let me jump back and see if I can figure out exactly who this was that was involved. So see the 97's involved. There's 3 of them back there. I don't know who the other white ones are. 26. Nope. 45 maybe? Yeah. So it looks like 45 gets in the wall, gets down, hits Mike Allen in that Nightmare Before Christmas paint scheme. He goes flying to the inside wall, and then also collects the 97. So 97, 45, 88, and there might be a couple others with a little bit of damage to their cars as the cars were sliding across the track or spinning across the track in the 97's case. But looks like the 45 and 97 have been towed to pit road, so they will be able to sit and collect. Hopefully they don't or did not use that fast repair early on. But it looks like some guys are coming down pit road. The leader, Pete Ruzick, is down pit road with the 26. And it looks like, actually, sorry, the leader was Brad Rivers. It looks like Brad Rivers is staying out. And there's actually a bunch of guys staying out. So let's jump ahead and see exactly what's going on here, because it looks like a lot of guys stayed out. All right, so you got Brad Rivers who stayed out, Nate Lehman who stayed out, Josh Arnold, Joshua Franks, Cole Snyder, Enrique Quiones, Braden Holt, all stayed out. Then you had Brian Tiffany, Josh Roberts, Jeff Luddenham, Christopher Murphy, Hunter Peach, and a couple others that stayed out. Actually, sorry, not Hunter Peach. Shaz out there in chat saying save tires on the bottom, burns them the higher up you go on track. Yeah, I would agree. It's just weird that Brad Rivers, who was riding that second to third groove, stayed out with only 15 laps on the tires. Pete Ruzick, who was the leader, who was riding the bottom, decided to come in and take tires with Hunter Peach, who also was up front early on. Both of them were in the front row, but they fell off there. And Brad Rivers and Nate Lehman and Josh Arnold were able to run that second and third lane, carry the momentum, and was able to get around both of them. And then just pull away a little bit. So it's going to be kind of hard to tell exactly how many laps everybody's putting on their tires here. But let me see if I can grab maybe one of the guys real quick. Pete, you got a copy of the swats in the booth? Sorry, Pete, you got a copy? Pete, you got a copy? All right, doesn't look like Pete is there. Actually, I think I just messed something up here on my Discord. All right, there we go. All right, let me see if I can grab him real quick. All right, Pete, can you hear me this time?
I got you, sir. How are
All right,
you?
buddy. Hey, buddy, just trying to figure out what's going on here. We saw you duck into pit road. Brad Rivers, who passed you in that second or third groove, stayed out with Nate Lehman and Josh Arnold, who were both all using that middle lane. Any strategy for pulling down pit road that early?
I figured I'd come on down, grab 4 brand new ones, and just top off. Last week we had a couple of early cautions, and then it went green. I'm hoping to have some fresh tires. Now we'll go green and see where I stand in the long run.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck on this restart. Hopefully we don't have any more issues, but good luck on the rest of the race.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
All right, they are going green. Brad Rivers definitely spins the tires, does not get going. Nate Lehman and Josh Franks takes the first and second from Brad Rivers as it holds up the inside line. Lehman gets a great jump with Josh Franks as well because they started on that outside line and Rivers had trouble. Josh Arnold is going to try to come around with a Scooby-Doo paint scheme with the Toon Squad coming up behind him with Enrique Quiones driving that 98 truck. And then it looks like the 99 of Cole Snyder is just underneath. Looks like the whole group of Cold Dog Racing is moving to the front right now. I'm also seeing the 72, which I believe is a newcomer tonight, and that is Braden Holt from Texas in the 72 Chevy truck. So we have a new leader. That is the 14 of Nate Lehman, or otherwise known as Commando Griff from the Xbox console side. He used to broadcast with me, but jumped in the driver's seat and has never looked back. Has run really well here in Truck Series. Ran really well last season in the Xfinity Series that was going on, and is currently running pretty well in the new second season in Xfinity. Definitely a great driver. Looks like he's gotten some of his blinking issues figured out, so glad to see him running up front. He's definitely a great driver. Definitely miss him being here in the booth with me, but definitely good to see that 14 truck riding around in first place right now. Josh Franks, otherwise known as Expert Racing, is currently second in that pink and black 9 truck. And then Brad Rivers in that 69, pretty much just every scary character you can think of from the late scary movies that were out there. Southern Broadcast, Richard Hurst. Richard, are you here? I don't think Richard has made it yet. Or if he has, I can't hear him. All right, well, Richard, if you're here, you can message me and let me know that you're here or not, because I cannot hear you, so I'll have to try to fix that. But anyways, Richard should be here soon if he's not already. But back to the race here. The 14 has now pulled out a big lead over Josh Franks, who looks like he got into the wall coming out of turn 2 there and slipped back. And now Brad Rivers, I believe, has taken his position in second. We slip back here. The 69 is under that 9 of Josh Franks. Brad Rivers trying to make up from missing that restart that he had from the lead. Josh Franks is now third with Cole Snyder underneath him in that 99 Tasmanian Looney Tune paint scheme. It looks like all of the Cold Dog Racing guys have some sort of Looney Tune paint scheme. I see him with the Tasmanian Devil. J-Paw's got, actually, never mind. He's got Scooby-Doo on his. And then I think Jake Millsap has Daffy Duck on his. Enrique Quiones has Toon Squad. So all, I guess, cartoon is what they're putting all over their cars or trucks tonight. Oh, what's going on, Worm Rider? Papa Bear, let me see. He was in the pits earlier from a mishap on their first restart or first start of the race. A couple people spun the tires, wound up blocking the road a little bit, and I believe Papa Bear was collected in that first caution. So he went down pit road. I do believe he is one lap down, but he is currently scored as the lucky dog recipient if there was to be another caution come out. TJ Hanley is the next person to get the lucky dog, so that's who he's battling right now. TJ's in the 97, but he is about half a track behind Papa Bear right now. So Papa's just praying for a caution to come out, and that will put the 71 back on the lap and hopefully get through this field, as I know he was kind of excited for Atlanta. Atlanta is one of those tracks where you really just got to kind of ride for a little while, draft, and hold on to the back or the back of the car, or truck that is currently in front of you, and just hope they don't lose the guys out in front of him. But yeah, so we're gonna be looking forward to seeing Papa Bear come back, try to get back on the lead lap here. He's running that spooky paint scheme. I'll try to get closer to it. So we got Freddy Krueger on the front of it. He's got Green Mountain Grills on the banner going across the windshield. I know he's got a couple different things going on, but definitely running that Halloween paint scheme. And we saw Mike Allen just get passed by Papa Bear there. He's running the Nightmare Before Christmas paint scheme, which I know my wife is very excited about that one. That was our theme for our wedding, so she's definitely enjoying that paint scheme. It's definitely a little banged up right now, though, so hopefully Mike can ride around for a little bit. He is currently 2 laps down. I know he's probably waiting to use that fast repair and hoping that there's other cautions that he's not involved in that he can hopefully get back up through the field here. I see Duct Tape's fans out there. I believe that's his, I want to say it's his mom. But, yeah, so here's Millsap. I know he was involved, I believe, in the second caution, as actually 2 cars are up there in the wall just as we flipped to Millsap. So let me see who that was. That would be, is that the 9? Nope. It might have been the 43 who slipped through there. 43 was the one that initial restart that we had or the start of the race that spun the tires and went into the wall that started the chain reaction there. The 21 or 27 of Sam Wade has a little damage as well. I'm trying to get back to that white truck. I don't know who that is. That might be TJ. Nope, that is not TJ. Is it the 88? Ah, it's 151. So yeah, these guys are slipping and sliding here. I see Duct Tape fan out there. Great designs on the Cold Dog team cars tonight. Let's go, Jake. You are amazing. Ooh. 151 gets into the 13 there, and the 13 goes up into the wall. I'm not sure what's going on there. Now the 13 has some major damage on the right front. Back up front, it looks like Pete Ruzick, who I was just talking to, has taken the lead back from Nate Lehman. He has moved up the track a little bit, so maybe he is listening in and heard that the middle to second groove is where everybody's kind of running, unless he just took notice of everybody passing him on the outside in that early run that they had, to where he just decided to move up there and try to counter what they're doing. Yeah, Pete is definitely fast here at Atlanta. I know he's run a lot of officials back in the day. Runs the NNR league over there where they had Atlanta. I I know he was pretty good there, so I think he was kind of waiting for Atlanta. I would love to see this 8 Raise Energy Frankensour truck get up there and win this tonight. That would be amazing to have him in the booth, especially with winning. I know he would be excited. It would probably be an amazing post-race interview if I got Pete in here for the win. But Nate Lehman right there in second. Brad Rivers back now sliding to third. Pretty good run here. This is, I believe, 19 laps on Pete's tires. Everybody else is on older tires. Pete was one of the ones that did come down and grab tires that last caution. So I think it's paying huge dividends now for him. But the rest of the guys in the top 9 or top 10 are on 33, 34 lap old tires. So Pete's definitely making up for those new tires. Hopefully he can stretch out a good lead here, do some green flag stops. Hopefully the cautions have stopped. We've only had 2 so far tonight, but I know he's probably hoping the rest of this race goes green and he can just stretch out this lead now that he's made this decision to come down for tires, and then hopefully just continue to lead the race and do green flag stops, and that would be the cleanest race for him to get him the win. Like I said, I would definitely love to see Pete in the booth at the end of the night. But Pete has pulled out to a 1.5, almost 2-second lead, depending on how he's coming out of the corners. But he has moved up off the bottom line. He's about a half truck up off the bottom line, sometimes a full truck off the bottom line in different turns. So he's definitely moving through the corners and definitely carrying that momentum. He's not diving it down to the bottom paint anymore. Like I said, the temps are really high right now. We got 131 degrees on track with an 82 air temp. So 131 degrees on track is scorching for these drivers right now with these tires. So him using those new tires, going down and grabbing a set, having a very long run, he's going to be able to stretch it out further than the guys who did not pit earlier, as they're getting close to the fuel mileage. I believe it's 40 to 50 laps on tire for fuel, and they're at 37 laps right now. They did save a little bit in those 2 cautions, so they might be able to stretch it out to around 55, 60 laps, depending on how they saved. But Pete is definitely putting a hurting on them with those new tires. So it looks like I need to stream in my Discord to try to help Richard be able to see what's going on here. See MK Gaming out there. Surprised to not see you out here tonight, Mike. Unless I missed you in the lineup. But yeah, Pete is flying. Like I said, I would really love to see Pete get a win. That would be huge. As I see guys are starting to come down pit road. I see Jake Millsap in that 19 Daffy Duck paint scheme has decided to come down pit road now. He's going to be one of the first takers to come get tires. It looks like Nate Lehman is going to join him on pit road. The rest of the field has, well, nope, we got some more coming down pit road now. Let me see if I can jump to the pit road or pit lane and see if anybody else. I see the champion, so that's 26. Oh, somebody's spinning right there on pit road. The 3. Oh, and he gets into the 71. That is not going to make Papa Bear happy, as I believe he already used his fast repair. So the 26 is in. The 14 is in. I'm seeing the 13 in, the 35 in, the 3 in, the 15 in, the 151 in, the 72 in. And now it looks like the rest of the field, the front runners, the 99, 98, 22, 21, all coming down pit road. And that, I believe, is going to make if this cycles through, Pete still obviously is the leader, but I do believe that is going to put Jeff Ludnam in second. Actually, I see Enrique Quinones has not come down pit road so far in that Toon Squad truck. And just as I say that, he ducks down pit road. And Mike Honcho is going to follow him down, so that's going to put, I believe, the 27 in second place. Sam Wade is now second with Stan Carnathan third. The rest of the field is one lap down, but they have all pitted. Pete is on 28 lap old tires. So is Sam Wade. So is Stan Carnathan. The rest of the field is on fresh tires as they have all now pitted. If a caution does come out, that means the rest of them will be able to stay out on track and get those laps back. But that will give Pete and the rest of the guys that are still currently out on track a little bit of an advantage for fresher tires again. I think Pete's really hoping this goes green and he can just keep on stretching this thing out. He's out to about a 16-second lead over second place of Sam Wade, who has not pitted as well. Stan Carnathan, got about a 16.5-second lead over him, who has not pitted as well. And then Enrique Quinones is currently in fourth, but I think he's going to get passed up by Nate Lehman and Hunter Peach as they're coming around right now, as he just came out of pit road. And I believe that's going to put them the first cars that are a lap down on fresh tires.
Sounds like a pretty exciting race.
Richard, is that you?
Yeah.
All right, bud.
So,
So I did turn my stream on in Discord, so you can just watch what's on my screen if you want, and talk about what we're both seeing. As I'm actually seeing the 26 of Hunter Peach, who just came out of pit road, get up into the wall there. It's not going to be a good time for him. But yeah, currently Pete Ruzick, or Repeat 1975 from the Xbox console side, one of the best broadcasters I've ever seen on console, in my opinion. Is currently leading by 18 seconds over Sam Wade, who has just now ducked into pits. So that's going to put Stan Carnathan in second, and that's going to be a almost 17-second lead over second place.
can't believe I'm actually watching repeat race. He's always called the races that I've always been in. Great commentator, and I think he's got a really good chance of winning this thing.
Yeah, I know how you feel. It's really hard to sit here and say I'm watching repeat watch instead of listening to him broadcast the race. I mean, he broadcasted at least 3 leagues I was in before on the console side, so I was constantly always hearing him in the broadcast booth. And then when we switched over here to iRacing, he really didn't jump into the broadcasting part. He really wanted to jump into the racing. Everybody put money into these PCs. Everybody put money into iRacing. Got to buy the tracks, the different cars and stuff. And he's usually a top 10, top 15 guy for sure. I think tonight he's putting a hurting on these guys with taking that early pit strategy for 4 tires on that about lap 25 second caution that we had. And he's got the entire field 1 lap down right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. I saw, I think it was 11th, 12th, and 13th driving into the pits. A few others driving into the pits also. Man, if they get a caution, a lot of people are going to be in trouble.
Yeah, because currently he's on 34 lap old tires. Everybody else is 10 and 8, 7, 6, 9, 12. So there's a lot of guys on not even fresh tires anymore. So if a caution comes out, they're going to have to pit with him, which means they're not going to get their lap back. The only way to do that is to stay out on track, but then you're going to be 10 to 15 laps, 20 laps older tires again, because Pete's going to pit because he's the only lead lap car. Actually, currently Brad Rivers has now gone around Pete to become the only other car on the lead lap. But yeah, that would put those two, the only 2 that are on the lead lap and currently able to pit without losing a lap or gaining a lap if they needed to. So it's going to be really tough for the rest of the field until he pits.
Absolutely. As we can see, a couple of these guys with fresher tires are going around.
They're all flying
going
past
around him. Now
he's got to avoid being hit by one of these
back
guys.
on the lead lap.
They came up on him really fast, and he kind of had to duck up to the top lane and say, "Go by, just don't hit me," because they came flying up on him. I think that puts 5 guys on the lead lap right now. Shad's out there in chat. Yes, Pete still has the pit. He is currently on 36 lap old tires. He pit on the lap 25-ish, as he's now going to duck in pit for his 4 fresh. Oh, get slowed down. He hit the brakes. Don't hit the wall. Oh, that's not going to be a good thing for Pete.
Locked him up. He's gonna. No.
That's going to kill his time.
It takes is one little mistake.
We got Panda Chick 83 out there saying, "Woohoo, go Pete." MK Gaming out there saying this is strategy. It's definitely, like I said, Pete pitted with 25 laps into the race on that second caution. Him and only about 3 other guys pitted. They took fresh tires. Pete came flying through the field, went right back to the lead, and then stretched it out to about a 16 to 18 second lead over the guys that were pitting with him. But the rest of the field did not pit, so they were on 33 lap old tires when they went back green, and they ran it out until they needed a pit. But I think that was the best strategy for Pete, because even with spinning into the pits there, I don't know if he's going to be too far behind the leaders, but he's going to have 4 fresh tires, and everybody else is 10 to 15 lap old tires now. So they only gained 5 laps back on him. And there goes to buy the leader right now of the 72 of Braden Holt. That's the first guy to pass.
Yeah.
Actually, Brad Rivers is going to be the leader. Pete's back in 12th. That's a huge problem. And I don't know if he turned off his fast repair, so hopefully he didn't just waste it by locking up the tires and spinning into the wall there.
Well, it's definitely a lot of laps left to go, so his race is not over. He is the only car with the freshest tires, so hopefully he can make up a little bit of ground and get back up to that front.
Yeah, he scored
He
the
says
last.
it all the time. The commentators curse.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything, but I was so excited to see him out front leading, and sorry, Pete. But he is the last car scored on the lead lap, so he's got to get moving before Brad Rivers gets to him, because I believe he stayed on pit road and did not use his fast repair and just went ahead and repaired his truck while he was on pit road. He is about a full straightaway out in front of the leader now, Brad Rivers. Ooh, as the 3 truck gets up into the wall right in front of the leader.
Cars to get past. Ooh, yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, Pete's going to be on the freshest tires. He's about 18 seconds behind the leader, Brad Rivers, as of right now. I don't know if he's going to make up that much, but Brad Rivers pitted 18 laps ago, so he's going to have 14 lap fresher tires than the leader, which means he's going to be able to go a little bit longer than Brad Rivers. That should put him close to 80 laps left in the race, 80 laps into the race, which will give him 30 laps to the end. So he should be able to make it on one more pit stop, which might help him with the rest of the guys having to pit not too far out here.
Absolutely. I think it'll cycle out, that he'll be able to, and we don't even know if he's saving fuel using some of these other guys, to draft with, maybe save a few laps. Who knows what can happen? Pete can pull off some amazing things.
Yeah, I think he was saving tire early on.
16 seconds. He's making up a lot of time. He's definitely making up a lot of time, because he was
he just cut 2 seconds off.
And yeah.
Actually, he's down now 2.5 seconds, and he's actually up to 14th.
So he's definitely making up some ground. Hopefully he doesn't eat up his tires too much using, trying to get around these other guys.
Well, at this point, he can either try to save tire and try to last as long as he can and try to have one last run. I believe they're running 40 to 50 laps on tires. If he runs 35 from where he's at right now, which he pitted 8 laps to go, that would put him at 43 laps on this run. That would put him, what, 85? So out of a 110 race, that's not too bad. 35 lap run for the last run of the race isn't going to be too bad for him. The concern is if he runs his tires really hard right now and makes up all this ground and gets back up to these leaders, he could then pit when they pit and get back on the same cycle as them. Then he doesn't have to worry about it. So it's going to come down to a strategy,
Absolutely.
especially since he's off pace with everybody else with them, or off cycle with the different tires. Newcomer Braden Holt has taken the lead.
Yeah, I was watching his time. He was creeping up on the leader, and that 98 truck is not too far away from taking that second place position.
Yeah, that's 2 Cold Dog Racing teams members, with Cole Snyder and Enrique Quiones right behind Braden Holt in that 72 truck, who's now in the lead. But these 3 may be trying to just try to push each other and stretch away from everybody else. I believe they are currently 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds, out in front of 4th place Brad Rivers, who was leading this race early on, but through these pit cycles has now fallen back 3 or 4 seconds. So if these 3 are going to be smart about this, they will just try to draft on each other and not pass each other and get away from the field, especially since we've had about 50 laps now without a caution.
That's impressive. I have yet to see an Atlanta race without a caution, and now I'm watching my first.
Well, we did have 2
That just
cautions.
goes
We
to
had
show how much
one.
talent do you guys have.
We had one right on the start of the race. A couple guys started in first gear, it seemed, and spun right into the wall and caused a little bit of a caution. They did have a second caution, like I said, about 20 to 25 laps into the race, where somebody got loose and hit the wall, came back down in front of somebody else and spun out. But other than that, since lap 20, 25, we've been green. So about 45 laps green currently.
That's definitely impressive.
Enrique has gotten out in front of his teammate Cole Snyder. And I'm not sure, but is Braden blinking? Yes, he is. He has blinked
Yes, he is.
90 times. That's going to be tough for Enrique to see that.
Racing in a race and the guy in front of you is blinking is so scary. I've been in a Talladega race where the guy in front of me is just blinking and I'm like, I don't know where he is. And then all of a sudden he appears and yeah, it's pretty scary. It can ruin your day.
Yeah, you can see Enrique is kind of swerving like he doesn't know where Braden's at because he's disappearing a lot. He's really blinking. Especially through the corners, which I think is kind of scaring Enrique a little bit, as he should be scared, because if he does slip up or lets off the gas in any spot that Enrique is not anticipating, when he comes back from blinking, he could be on the front bumper of Enrique and go for a ride, or he could be side by side with Enrique and Enrique not know he's there, and he'll come up into him, and that'll dump both of them. It's definitely an issue that somebody might want to talk to him about, because that's very hard to drive behind somebody who's blinking.
Absolutely. As I'm sitting here watching Snyder, he seems to be falling off a little bit in that third position. Hoping that's a strategy. If these guys get too far out in front of him, he won't be able to catch back up. Notice he's got somebody going to his inside right there, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know who just passed him. I think that's a truck with new tires, because he's not. The closest person to passing him would be Christopher Murphy in the 21 truck, and that is not the 21 truck that just went by him. So But we have a new leader. Enrique Quiones has gotten by Braden Holt, who was blinking. So, new leader in the Toon Squad. I talked to him earlier. I was glad to see that he went with the old school, in my opinion, the only Toon Squad logo. At least if you were born, I would say after 1995, you probably I would hope somebody had showed you the movie from Toon Squad, the original. But I know everybody's out there watching the LeBron James version. If you want to see a good version, go back and watch the GOAT, in my opinion, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, absolutely. I love that movie.
Yeah, I definitely have watched it a lot. So that's funny. You hear some of these people, the younger crowd saying, "Oh, the new Toon Squad movie or the new, LeBron James movie," and we got somebody really loose up there in front of these leaders. Just tagged the wall. I think that's Mike Allen in the Nightmare Before Christmas truck. The 88. Let me see if it's him. I believe it. Nope, it is not. So it's whoever's behind the 13.
So where is our last week's winner running in 10th? How is he in 10th?
Hunter,
so much momentum,
he hit the wall. Remember, coming right out of the pits. That green flag stop, he scraped the wall. So he's got some damage on the right side of his truck. He's in that yellow and black champion truck, and he scraped it coming out of the wall or out of the pits. I believe it was his first or second lap after pitting under green flag conditions, and he scraped the whole side of that truck.
That's so unfortunate, man. He was so excited to win last week. I loved calling that race, and like I said, I appreciate y'all letting me step in and let me do that.
No, I appreciate you stepping in and doing it.
That was definitely a fun.
Because if you hadn't stepped in, nobody else would have been here to do it. Like I said, I was out. It was my wedding weekend, so I was not here for it. But I definitely appreciate you stepping in and taking over. And like I said, I really wasn't supposed to be able to broadcast tonight because we were supposed to be on our honeymoon until later tonight. But we got back a little early, and next weekend's actually now wife. It's her birthday next weekend, so I jumped in tonight to broadcast, and then next week I will not be here. So, Richard, if you're available, you are most certainly for sure granted permission or whatever you want to call it to definitely call the race next week. I believe they're at Darlington.
Awesome. I would definitely be there.
But yeah, I can definitely help you this week to help you with anything you need for OBS or however you stream. I'm not sure what you use. I use Streamlabs myself, but
yeah, I got Streamlabs, OBS, and the SDK.
Yeah, I don't use SDK yet. I still use sim racing
yeah,
apps.
Definitely all new. I love it. Yeah, the only problem that I was having is, you can see that you have everything up on the screen. You can see, how far the leaders are back, or how far the cars are back from the leader. That was the only thing I couldn't figure out how to get up on the screen. And
which part?
Then I figured out how to get it up on my screen. Where everybody's position is,
the standings.
And everything. So that was the standings was kind of interesting, and then I got it up on my screen, but couldn't figure out how to get it on Twitch stream. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely sit down and help you with anything
get it
you
all
need,
figured out.
Just let me know anytime this week,
Awesome.
except for Tuesday, because Tuesday I'm going to be racing the Xfinity Series here. But just hit me up, and I'll definitely jump on and try to help you get set up and stuff for next weekend.
Sweet. I will definitely do that.
Jumping back through the field, let me see where Pete is currently running. He's actually up to 7th. So he's creeping up through the field here. He's flying, actually he's up to 5th. As pit road is open and drivers are coming down pit road, we have Braden Holt, the 21 of Murphy, who was in the top 5, is now down pit road. I do see a lap car down there as well. I believe that's the 15 that has come down pit road. That's Josh Roberts. So Pete's going to try to stretch this fuel, or he may try to pit at the same time as the rest of the leaders. I would think he would just stretch the fuel and tires as long as he could, but they only have 35 to go. You don't want to go out too far because we've seen about a 3-second fall off from the best lap to last lap currently on track. So the longer he runs, the more those guys are going to be running 2 to 3 seconds faster. As you see him get a little loose there coming out of the corner with Papa Bear underneath him, he almost slides up into the wall, does a great job saving it, and does not scrape that wall. So it definitely doesn't hurt his side of the truck and that error that's coming down the side of the truck. But he's probably going to pit, I would say, in the next 5 to 10 laps because he's on 26 lap old tires. Everybody else is 35, 36, and they are hitting pit road. As a truck is spinning on pit road right now. I don't know who that was.
Who we got?
Actually, it might have been Cole Martin who just now hit his pit box. That's going to put Pete in the lead, though.
I was just about to say, Pete just took the lead. The leaders are in. Now let's see what Pete has got in store for us. Is he going to try to stay out longer, or is he going to pit within the next few laps? Now, he made up a lot of ground in very short time. He may be able to pull it off, even staying out longer.
Well, Millsap was one of the first ones to come down pit road, and he is flying up behind Pete right now. He's on that inside track right behind him with 2 guys on the outside of him. You can see Millsap is just coming really fast right now. I don't know how long Pete can hold off from pitting. I don't think he should hold off too long because there's only 33 laps to go. If he holds off too long and these guys start gaining 2 to 3 seconds on him, because he's running a 33 or 34-1 right now. And the guys coming out of pits, let's see, Jake Millsap, what did he just run? He just ran a 32. So he's almost got 2 seconds advantage on those fresh tires compared to Pete's older tires. As you see now, Millsap gets by. So does Josh Franks. So does Murphy in the 21. I don't think Pete can hold off too long. Oh, here he comes. Okay, I was going to say, I wouldn't hold off too much longer. As somebody else is sliding through. Oh, and Pete locks him up again. Hopefully he did not get a black flag.
Let's hope not. That would be a horrible ending to, such a good race for him.
I think that's Sam Wade in the
As we
27
see
Maxwell
the
House that was
27
sliding
is-
through there.
Yeah.
Or no, it's the 43 of Stan Carnathan that was sliding through. So the leaders should be coming around passing Pete now. Where is he at?
72 of Holt is going to take the lead.
Yeah, it should be Holt, then Kionis, unless Kionis is out in front of him. I don't think he is. He might be, actually. 98 might be in the lead. Oh, no, Pete, don't... Oh. Pete is not enjoying pit road at Atlanta tonight, as he had trouble getting on pit road and then now is having trouble getting off pit road. He's going to have to make up a lot of time. He's going to have those 4 fresh tires. I'm sure he's going to be mad at himself. Hopefully he can still get up here and get to the top 3. We are definitely hoping you can do it, Pete. You got 30 laps to do it, buddy. But that's going to put Braden Holt in the lead with Enrique Quiones in second. Only 1/10 behind, so let's jump up front to these guys and see what's going on here. As I think Quiones might have just got by. He did. Quiones is now the leader in front of Braden Holt with Chris Murphy in third. I see Shad out there in chat says
Chris
starting
Murphy
at
has
power
some help.
forward, standing 3'4", 4 foot if you count the ears. Bugs Bunny. Unforgotten Shadow, definitely, he's out in the chat right now saying the new movie is absolute trash, worst movie ever. I would agree.
I haven't even seen it. I've seen the previews, and I was like, nah.
It's pretty bad. You know you're a prissy athlete when you got to have a stunt double to do a basketball movie. I was kind of surprised when I was seeing pictures of LeBron James, supposedly, in everybody's younger, or the younger generation's opinion, the GOAT currently, had to have a stunt double to play in a basketball movie. Doesn't sound right to me. But, yeah. Enrique Quiones is the leader. He's got about a 3/10 lead over Braden Holt. You can see him back there floating around. He just dived in front of the 151. I believe that's who it is in the IT car. And then you got the 15, which I believe is, I don't know what kind of paint scheme that is. Kind of look like a Scarecrow, maybe Joker. I'm not sure what that was. But yeah, Quiones, otherwise known as Q-Dog from the console side, has taken the lead.
So, who you predicting? We've seen repeat up there. We've seen Q.
Pete is currently 21 seconds back from Q with 26 laps to go. He is on the freshest tires, but he's only 4 fresher tires than Enrique. I would love to see Pete get up here and at least get back to the top 3 with having so many issues on pit road. But I'm going to say right now, unless and I'm gonna say it, even though everybody always says don't say it. Unless a late caution comes out here, I think it's Enrique's race to win, which I know he's going to be ecstatic when he gets in the booth if he does pull off this win. Braden is a newcomer. I believe this is his first race. I don't remember seeing him in the previous races. I know you broadcasted last week. I don't know if you remember seeing the 72 truck in the field last week.
No, I don't recall seeing that 72. So, for a newcomer, he's doing really well.
Yeah, for first race, running
looks like
second.
He's kind of just hanging back.
I mean, he is slipping off of
he makes up
Quiones a little
bit of time. Yeah, but he's making it right back up. So it's a question of, is he saving or trying not to burn up his stuff? Because he made up a lot of, well, he kind of falls off coming out of turn 2. So he makes it up going in, but kind of loses it in turn 2.
Yeah, I think he's driving deeper into the corner, and he's trying to carry the draft from Enrique. But the further he drives it into the corner, the harder it is for him to turn. And he's scrubbing off that speed in the corners, and then trying to make up the speed down the straightaways by getting the draft from Enrique. So it's keeping him right there because Enrique is letting off early and just rolling through the corners and then getting back into the gas. But Braden's staying on the gas longer into the corner, and then just scrubbing speed with turning the truck and then getting back on the gas rather than letting off like Enrique's doing. But that's going to help Enrique with the tire saving, and Enrique's actually got 2 lap fresher tires than Braden does. So Enrique's just got to do what he's doing, just continue running his pace, make Braden burn off his stuff. I think that's really going to help Enrique in the long run here with 22 laps to go.
Absolutely, and as they're passing people left and right, hopefully lap traffic will not be a factor. I've won some races with lap traffic, and I've lost some races with lap traffic. So let's hope that doesn't kill his momentum that he has going on.
Pete is coming back up through the field, though. He is currently back up into 10th, and he's running about a half second faster than the leader, Enrique Quiones, right now.
21 to go. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
I don't think it is either. I think in Pete's case, the best scenario for him would be for a caution to come out in the next 5 to 6 laps with 15 to go. Everybody's probably going to come down and grab tires again. Starting from 10th, that could probably help him at least try to work his way back up through the field. He's had the fastest truck tonight. He has the fastest lap on track currently from the start of the race with a 31.597. The closest next person is actually the current leader with a 31.606. So not too far off of Pete's pace, but you throw fresh tires on that Raise Energy 8 truck, and I think Pete's going to try to come through the field and try to get back up here into the top 3, maybe try to go for the victory, but I think it's a long shot for a caution. As I said, we've gone caution-free since the second caution to come out, and that was at lap 20.
Absolutely, and I'm sitting here watching third place of Murphy in the 21 truck. You know, he's fallen off quite a bit. He's now almost 6 seconds behind the leaders. I bet he's hoping for a caution too. I mean,
Yeah,
Third
Murphy
place
doesn't
is a
have
good
the
finish.
drafting partner that
point.
Enrique and Braden do right now, with the two of them being a pair. It looks like Murphy's by himself. Arnold and Lehman, Tiffany, Rivers are all within 2 seconds of each other. Same with Hunter Peach. And then it's 6 second gap to 9th and 10th at 19 seconds. But going back through the field here, let's jump back here to this 14 and see what's going on with this group here. All right, so you got J-Paw out in front of Lehman there coming through the corner. Then you got the 35 and Bradley Rivers in the 69 all trailing the 14 and 22 in this group. This would be for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th. They are spread out just a little bit. They are about, let's see, it's about a half second in between each one of them.
And Hunter's right there in that mix too, so he's not too far off of that little group too. So maybe he can make up some ground, make up for that mistake on pit road.
About half the field is a lap down now. From 12th on back is at least 1 lap down. From 15th on back is at least 2 laps. From 17th, it's 3 laps. And then 18th and beyond is 4 plus.
At least they're still out there running.
Yeah, so Enrique, 15 laps to go. Enrique is currently still leading with Braden Holt right behind him. Braden's looking like he's getting a little loose in the back tires.
Yeah, I think he's doing everything he can to stay up with that 98 truck. I think he's going to use his stuff up really fast. I think he's hoping for a caution, get some fresh tires on it, and then they could duke it out. I mean, they have a pretty good lead, but I think the 98 is just a little bit better. So hopefully he can hang on, and I know they're praying for a caution.
Yeah, I think Holt's kind of just trying to do everything he can. He's staying with him. He's running about the same lap time, if not just a little bit faster than Enrique. But his laps are tires are 2 lap old tires, so it's going to be a little difficult for him to get up here. I think he's just really praying for a caution to everybody come down, get fresh tires, and then he can battle it out with Enrique as long as nobody else stays out. But
So let's see. What would you do? You're the only 2 guys really duking it out. Okay. One has a little bit fresher tires. So if you got to his back bumper with 1 to go, what would you do?
I'm not that type of driver. I've never moved anybody, even on the console side, so I probably wouldn't, but I don't know. I've never been in that situation also. I've either been the leader on the console side or I haven't been in second. I know the one situation I do remember is one of the races on the console side. I forget who it was that was in front of me. And the race prior, he had pushed me to the win. So whenever it came time for the next race, I was right behind him. And somebody kept calling it out saying, wreck him, wreck him, wreck him. And I was like, I normally would say I'd wreck my grandmother to get a win, but I'm not going to. So I pushed him and just stayed with him. Didn't create any contact or anything like that, and he got the win. But I think it was Trippy is who it was on console side. So if Trippy's out there watching, he'll remember it. But I definitely I don't know. I'm not the type of driver to dump somebody or anything like that. I'd probably race him hard if I got to him. Maybe give him a little bump, but I don't think I would, maybe do what Bowman did today at Martinsville.
Oh, I wanted to watch that race so bad. I was stuck at work. It's been a long week. But speaking of these 2, I mean, Holt looks like he's falling back. I think he has basically used up his truck. The only thing he can hope for right now is either A, that caution, or that 98 make a mistake.
Yeah, Braden's stretching, or Enrique's stretching it out now. He's up to a second. I think Braden's tires are definitely at the end of their life here. They're on 26 and 28 lap old tires. The freshest tires in the field currently that's in the top 10 is Pete Ruzick, and he's only 3 seconds behind Hunter Peach, and he's moved into ninth. So he's definitely praying for a caution. I think the entire rest of the field is praying for a caution because these two in the front, which are separated by a little over a second, have about 7.5 seconds over the rest of the field. We got 9 to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway at Turn Down for What Truck Series. You can catch this every weekend. The race starts at 9:30. Broadcasting usually goes live between 9 and 9:20 usually. But next week is Darlington. So definitely tune in, catch that. I believe, Richard, if you're available, then it'll be on, if you want to give everybody your Twitch handle there.
Yes, we stream live from the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. We will be hopefully, streaming on Facebook also. Like I said, we're still kind of new to this, so I'm
Well, if you
getting
figure out
everything linked
Facebook,
up
let me
and,
know. Because I'm streaming to Facebook right now, but it's not working for some reason with the hours and days being logged. It's not logging it. I've streamed like 40 hours on Facebook, and it has not logged a single hour towards that level up program where you can start getting whatever it is, coins or whatever it is people can drop you. It has not logged it. So I don't know what's going on.
I'll be glad to help you out if we can get that figured out.
Yeah, I've posted in a few different chats, and nobody seems to know what's going on because it's not even counting days. I think I've got all of the level up things done except for the 2. One of them is stream for 4 hours within, I think it's 48 hours or something like that, or 72 hours or something, which I've done. It's not logging it. And then you have to stream for 2 days within a full week. Which obviously I stream 4 nights a week, so definitely have done that. But has not counted any of the days or hours.
Up any support line.
Yeah.
Nobody works.
Yeah, I can't get Facebook to answer anything for reporting any issues, so they're quick to ban your post or anything like that, but they don't answer anybody when they got problems.
Or fact check that.
Yeah. Hell, I'll probably put it up there saying you guys suck at this because I can't get this to work, and they'll probably fact check that. So.
Fact check you.
Yeah. But currently we got 4 laps left in the turn down for what race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Track temps are up to 131 on track. These guys are definitely going to feel the heat in the trucks. That Toon Squad truck has definitely been one of the faster trucks tonight. Next to, I would say Pete Ruzick's probably been the fastest truck on track, but he's had some major issues with pit road. He's currently back up into 7th position, or 8th position, sorry. And he's closed in on the 69 of Brad Rivers, and he's about 5 seconds behind 6th place of Nate Lehman. So I don't think he's going to make the top 3, but good recovery for Pete with having multiple pit road issues. 2 different pit road entry issues and 1 pit exit issue. But definitely a good showing by Pete tonight. But top 3 right now is Enrique Quiones in the 98 Toon Squad Ford, Braden Holt in the 72 Chevy truck, and Christopher Murphy in that 21 Quick Repair Halloween paint scheme.
Yeah, as I'm sitting here watching, Holt, he is falling off quick. He is now
Almost
3 seconds back. Yes.
Hopefully he doesn't keep falling because Murphy's still coming.
Yeah,
I'm actually starting to wonder if it's fuel.
He's only a little over.
Because they were all pitting between 35 and 40, and we're at 35 for Braden. So hopefully he's not struggling with fuel.
Yeah, that could be what we're looking at. Him trying to save fuel to make sure he makes it across.
So we got 1 lap to go as the 98 of Q-Dog in that Toon Squad Ford comes off of turn 2 and goes down the backstretch here.
And he's not even going to push this issue. He's just going to ride all the way to the finish.
And he is going to bring home the 98 truck and turn down for what? To victory. We will get him in the broadcast booth here for the post-race interviews. Braden Holt in his first race and turned down for what is going to come home second. Chris Murphy, your first race winner, is now back up into the top 3. Actually, Josh Arnold, I'm not sure if he passed him. I think the 21 ran out of fuel.
It looks like he passed him.
Yeah, I think the 21 ran out of fuel. He's actually falling down now. He's in 9th. 6th, sorry. He keeps falling.
He keeps falling.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I think he ran out of fuel. But, so yeah, that puts the points leader, Josh Arnold, back up into the top 3, and we will see him in the booth with Braden Holt in his first race and the 98 of Q-Dog or Enrique Quiones in that Toon Squad paint scheme. Let me jump to him real quick as he's doing his burnouts on victory lane. The rest of his team, Dog Racing, is going to join him at the finish line. That would be Josh Arnold, who come home 3rd. That would be Cole Snyder, who brought it home 12th, and Jake Millsap out there for the Jake Millsap fans, bringing it home 13th in that Daffy Duck paint scheme. So all the cartoon guys in the top 15 tonight, but the real good result for Dog Racing is they got 2 guys in the top 3. That's Enrique Quiones and Josh Arnold.
Absolutely, as they burned it down. Oop. Definitely a good race.
All right, let's and actually let me mention that 4th place is Brian Tiffany, and that was our brown paper bag gift spot. So MEA Woodworks is going to come into the broadcast booth and give away that brown paper bag surprise of goodies to the 4th place finisher tonight, and that's Brian Tiffany. And if Chris Murphy hadn't run out of fuel, it would have been J-Paw who came home 3rd.
Congratulations to those guys on a really good finish. Sounds like
get the
we
rest
have
of them in
somebody
here.
join in.
Braden Holt, we need to bring him in.
You had damage. Where?
And let's see. Give me a second here. I'm bringing you guys into the booth, so give me just a second here. I need 4th place, which is Brian Tiffany. Where is he at? I don't see him anywhere. J-Paw or Q-Dog, if you guys could hit the push to talk and tell Brian Tiffany to join the booth here, I would appreciate it. And let me grab Mike Allen, as he is our giveaway.
Brian Tiffany.
All right, we got these guys in here now. Brian Tiffany should be joining here. 3rd place tonight, Josh Arnold. Josh, you got a copy?
Got you.
All right. I'm just gonna keep calling you J-Paw. Sorry, it's hard to call me or call you Josh. So, so, Mr. J-Paw, you're bringing home 3rd tonight. It looks like you were going to be bringing home 4th, but 3rd place ran out of fuel, and that allowed you to jump up into this top spot or top 3 spot to get into the booth to be able to talk about this. You would have brought home the brown paper bag of goodies. But with him running out of fuel, it moved you into 3rd, which I'm sure you're not disappointed with because it helps with your point lead that you currently still have in the truck series. Didn't really have any issues tonight that we noticed. Nobody out there on track to bump or bang. Just messing with you. But definitely a great race. That Scooby Doo paint scheme was definitely fun to watch go around. You guys all in the Cold Dog Racing cartoon style paint schemes. Definitely enjoyed seeing those. Uh, definitely called out Enrique's Toon Squad one earlier. But overall, great race. Anything you could have done different, maybe to get up ahead of Braden or Enrique? And then, what do you got for next week coming into Darlington?
No, I mean, I stayed out early in those early cautions, and so that just forced my hand to make it on two stops. So we pitted with 70 to go. I pitted with 35 to go. Um, just really chilled there for a second. They got away from me. I was really going for that prize giveaway and to finish fourth, but the 21 ruined that when he ran out of gas going into three. But thank God I didn't Kareem him. But I mean, just no. I mean, it was a very fun race. Atlanta's always a fun, gives you multiple lanes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it up in the booth. But no, I mean, Cole got an unsafe pit entry. He should probably be here in the booth finishing top three because he 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 had a great ride tonight. But Jake finished pretty good. About my race, nah. I mean, I'm always one to save a little bit at the beginning, so I don't really push, and then I ride that high side and just chillax. So I'm happy to come in third. I'm super pumped about Braden joining and finishing second in his first trip. And then, of course, man, I mean, the whole community is about to go in an uproar when they find out Q Dog won. So just big congrats to him. Thanks to Mike. Thanks to you and Richard for putting this on and giving us a place to show our talents.
We definitely appreciate you guys going out there and doing everything you guys can to put on a show. Um, it's not about us. We're just here to show what you guys do. You guys definitely put on a show week in and week out. Um, definitely, definitely enjoy watching you guys. Like Pete always said, it's more about enjoying the racing on track and enjoying watching you guys put the effort in. Week in and week out to be better and it's definitely been an enjoyable thing for me so far to watch last season with Xfinity and now this season with trucks. But you definitely, we saw that yellow truck riding around. Looked like you were kind of just, like you said, just kind of cruising, trying to stay out of trouble and stuff. And then with the pit sequences, it kind of forced your hand to pit late there with or 75 into the race. But definitely a good point night for you, bringing home third. Like I know you said you wanted to try to get that fourth place to get the goodie box, but the 21 run out of fuel took that away. But hey, it's another spot on track, gives you another point for the total. I believe that's going to put you about 20 points out in front of, I believe it's Hunter Peach who's in second. So definitely going to extend your point lead going into Darlington next week. It's kind of a tricky track. Any outlook as what you're going to be able to do at Darlington, and then any shout outs for you.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want everybody to race the track because I mean it's very tough out there on trucks and Xfinity. So my focus is on the Xfinity car here at Atlanta in a couple of days. But I'm glad you said his name. Shout out to Pete. He got out there and he was flying there for a few. I know he got off sequence by pitting when a few of us stayed out, but I mean, he had a very good race, finishing seventh. So shout out to him. 40H Militia and Cold Dog Racing, Checkmate Motorsports, all the above.
All right. Well, we definitely appreciate you and look forward to seeing what happens next week. I will not be here next week as this is the week I stepped in. I was supposed to be on my honeymoon till late tonight, but we got home a little early, so I jumped in the booth. And then next week is actually my now new wife's birthday. So definitely don't plan on missing or spending 4 hours on here broadcasting and her first birthday as husband and wife. So I'll have to step out of that one, but I believe Richard is going to step in and take the place of broadcaster next week. Definitely appreciate you, Richard, for coming in tonight and being in here in the booth with me. But you're going to go ahead and interview second place tonight, which is Braden Holt.
Hello.
You got a copy?
I do.
It's your first race, man. You got a podium. Tell us how you're feeling.
Oh, it feels great. Like it's been so long since I've been out racing for probably 2 years now in the oval side, and it just feels great to be back racing with old familiar faces all around with J Paw and Griff and Samuel and Q and Cole, all those guys. It's pretty nice.
Absolutely. We saw you running up front. We saw you up close to Q, but you couldn't quite get there. What was going on? We saw you get up there, then you fell back. Tell us about the last couple laps of your race.
Well, for those last couple of laps, I noticed that I just wasn't going to make enough fuel, so I kind of had to save a little bit to kind of also to make it to the end as well as like make it on tires because Q was on fresher tires than me, so it just kind of just worked out, kind of where I just had to fall off of him at the end.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you say you haven't been racing on the oval side for a couple of years. What you been doing?
I've been doing a lot of road course racing. It's like been like my big strong suit is just road course racing. So I've been doing a lot of like endurance.
I haven't tried that. That's on my bucket list. I came from Heat 5 in the iRacing. I noticed everybody was going over. I used to be racing with J. Paul and Papa Bear and all them, and it's kind of different. And Pete used to be calling our races. It's kind of different to be calling his races and and watching. It's kind of reverse roles a little bit there, but you definitely put on a good show, man. Definitely, we were definitely entertained watching. We loved calling the race for y'all. Um, Anybody you want to give shout outs to?
I just want to give a shout out to Checkmate Motorsports and thinking oh cheese not cheese my brain. It was a crazy day, but Two Dog Racing just like helped me out just with little ways to like drive the track because it's been a little bit, so it's their main reason why I'm here right now.
Oh, absolutely. This community, they help each other. So I have no doubt that you'll be getting better and you'll be winning races here pretty soon, especially with those guys' help. On Heat 5, they helped me out a lot. I got really fast with their help, and I'm hoping they'll throw me a few tips here and there.
Oh yeah, they'll do so.
Well, definitely congratulations on your podium, and we're gonna turn it back over and interview our winner of the race.
Well, Braden, before you go, real quick, I'm going to ask you, what was your gamer tag on console? Were you part of the group and stuff? I'm trying to figure out. Everybody's got their real names and stuff. Now that we're on
Yeah,
iRacing, so
mine used to be it was first Braden 45NC, then it went to CCR Bolt. So that was like my two gamer tags that I had.
okay. I'm trying to remember if I remember that gamer tag anywhere, but yeah, definitely good to see you over here on iRacing. Definitely good to see you tonight. First race of the season for you, and to bring it home second's a huge task, especially with all these fast guys on this track. So good job on that.
Thank you.
All right, Enrique, I know we gave you a little bit of time to breathe and maybe get your excitement down a little bit, but let's jump into this race, dude. I jumped on your paint scheme earlier before we even started the race, saying I love the Toon Squad. I'm glad you went the old school and not that new school crap that's out there with LeBron. Dude, great race. You were up front a lot. You, Pete, Braden, um, Cole, you and Griff or Nate Lehman. You guys were all up front majority of the race with J. Paw stalking you guys and being up there in the top five with you as well. Um, those last green flag stops really helped you. Pete had some major issues with pitting tonight, so that definitely helped. But you and him were 1-2 as fastest on track, running the fastest laps tonight. Um, what was your main thing that you saw on track that definitely pushed you or helped you towards this victory tonight?
Wild man, I tell you, Kurt. This is my first win on anything on iRacing. I'd never won an official race, never won a league race or nothing. So this is big for me. Uh, and I'll tell you, going into this race, I was like, man, Atlanta's probably not my best track, not my best mile and a half. Uh, and I don't know, just following J-Paw, following Cole, and watching their lines and trying to stick with them. And who knew I was gonna win the race? Man, it's just crazy.
Well, dude, so I know I've said this before. At least I'm hoping you remember me saying it, but I remember you on NNR in the Xfinity League. I remember racing against you over there last season, console side. I know I blasted it all over the place saying that I was super proud of you getting wins over there in Xfinity season. Now you come over here to iRacing, you get your first, like you said, first victory in anything to do with iRacing leagues. Big win tonight at Atlanta. It's a tough track to tame. I mean, it's not Darlington, but it is tough to figure out because of the tire situation and the track temps were just scorching tonight with 131 on track. So I'm surprised you guys were able to keep tires underneath you guys long enough, but you were fast. You rode those lines. You didn't make any mistakes. You avoided some issues out in front of you. It looked like a couple guys were hitting the walls, getting loose and tagging the wall a little bit and coming down, but you were able to avoid that. You were able to stretch it out on Braden towards the end of the race. He was riding about 3 seconds or 3/10 behind you, and then you stretched it out to about a second, second and a half. I mean, I know I said it before, but I was super proud to watch you win over on the console side, especially the work and effort, racing side by side with you in the seasons in Xfinity and trucks over there, and then to watch you win in Xfinity over there, and now to actually call the race instead of being in the race with you. I'm definitely proud to see you bring home that 98 truck. I know that 98 is new this season for truck for you because it used to be the owner's number of Papa Bear, and he was gracious enough to give you that 98 and take his age and put it on the side of his truck. Just kidding, Papa Bear. But yeah, 98 Toon Squad. We got a couple messages out there in chat. I know there's probably going to be a lot more people out there who's going to congratulate you with the giant, J-Paw Militia, now Cold Dog Racing group that you guys have. But you got Iron Man out there saying congratulations. You got Unforgotten Shadow out there saying congratulations. You got Alpha York out there saying good shit. Q. You got Alpha saying you should switch it up next week and run the Goon Squad paint scheme since the Toon Squad worked out well for you tonight. You got Iron Man just blowing up the chat saying woohoo, get it, Q, good job. I know there's a lot of guys out there who definitely appreciate your racing style. You're not the one to push an issue. You're not the one to, give each other or give a guy a bump. You're always that clean racer. Definitely somebody I enjoy racing next to, and definitely happy and, like I said, proud to see you bring it home tonight. The only other person I would have been just as stoked as I said in the stream would have been Pete, but since Pete joined the Discord here, Pete had a few bonehead moves going down pit road, but yeah, you definitely brought it home tonight, buddy, and I'm definitely super happy and proud for you. On that long stint of talking, if you want to give us the shout outs that you got and then anything you're looking forward to now that you got the first win and got that monkey off your back going into Darlington next week. Too tough to tame, kind of a hard track with not very good passing zones. You got about a 1.5, maybe 2 car width, different running lanes around the corners. What's your outlook for that?
Start off with the Darlington first before the shoutouts. I'm just gonna stay the same. Do what I do. I just let the race come to me, let things get strung out, and the joke in the Cold Dog Racing or camp is they call me Long Run Dog. With the with the gamer tag of Q Dog and me being a long run car every race. So I'm just gonna stick with that. And just run my race. That's what I usually do when I come into these. And as far as shoutouts, I got a shout out first, Cole Snyder. Back in February, that's when I started iRacing. He was blowing up my phone while I'm at work. Get iRacing, because he was on there first. And on my lunch break, I'm buying a PC and I'm buying everything. So shout out to him for getting me on this thing. Shout out to J-Paw. I mean, everything he's done for me, racing wise, helping me practice and being a teammate and whatnot, and a friend. And shout out to Jake for this awesome paint scheme, man. This Toon Squad paint scheme was made by Jake Millsap, so shout out to him for making that. And I think he put a Mike's special secret stuff in the truck tonight to get me this win.
I was actually looking for that. I was looking for the little water bottle on the side of the truck, but I didn't see it anywhere. So I was like, oh, I guess I can't say secret stuff because it wasn't on there. But no, dude, like I said, super happy, super proud to see you in the top spot. Definitely a good outlook for the rest of the season. Last season in Xfinity, I called you Mr. Consistent because you were always in the top 10. We didn't see you in the top 3, I don't think, when I was broadcasting, but dude, you were in the top 10 like every race, and you climbed the points late in the season by doing that, by being so consistent with J-Paw. You guys just flew through the top 10 and got up to the top spots, fighting with, who Bane and Tristan, who, were the top 2. But this is going to be a big deal for you, I believe. Hopefully, like I said, it takes that monkey off your back and you can get more consistent wins instead of just finishing the top 10 consistently. Maybe now we'll see you in the top 3 consistently. And, the overall work you've put in with J-Paw and Cole and, the whole team of Militia and Dog Racing and all those guys have been, pushing you guys. It shows because you guys are always in the top 10. I mean, I think Millsap was 13th tonight. Cole had that problem with pit road, and then he finished 12th, I believe, and then obviously you and J-Paw finishing 3rd and 1st. Definitely a team to beat, definitely a team to watch, and then all the other brother or sister teams or whatever you want to call them that are out there that you guys all work with and all feed off each other, and then the whole group of Turn Down for What. We wouldn't be here without Papa Bear putting in this the league and doing all the stuff with practices and spending all the money to do all the stuff. So definitely look forward to seeing what you guys can do next week at Darlington. I think we have our MEA Woodworks owner of Mike Allen here. Mike, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, buddy. You were giving away a brown paper bag of goodies tonight.
Yeah.
That brown bag is going to recipient of Brian Tiffany in the 35 truck.
Congratulations, Brian. Got a couple nice little goodies in here. Nobody will know what they are until till you open the bag when it comes to your house there. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Flaming bag, is
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm glad somebody got that.
I got it. It's going to be lit on fire when it gets put on the porch.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we appreciate you doing that, Mike. We got the sponsors out there that are putting in an effort to be out here. You're the sponsor for the modified series, and you do a lot of other stuff with the league itself to help Papa Bear. So many Mikes out here. I think there's 5 in the league total.
Yeah.
Like 4 Brads, and now we got a Braden. So I think there's 3 Joshes. I think we need to start recruiting different names. I'm liking my name and Enrique's and Shad's because it's not the same as everybody else's. But
Definitely different.
it's like we only recruit Mikes, Joshes, and
Yeah,
Brads. But yeah, so definitely appreciate everybody out there in chat. I know Shad was watching. He's got to work nights now for this month, so he's gonna be missing a few races. But I know he was out there watching. Alpha out there watching. Iron Man, Forgotten Shadow. J-Paw, appreciate the bit drop there at the end. I know Robert was out there. Millsap's family was out there. Mike Kinsley and MK Gaming was out there. Southern Broadcast. Appreciate all you guys out there in the chat. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys on track, and I wouldn't be able to do it for everybody out there in the chat if it wasn't for you guys on track as well. So definitely appreciate everybody, and stay tuned for next week with Richard Hurst being the broadcaster next week for Darlington for Turn Down for What. Otherwise, you can catch Tuesday night's race for Xfinity for Turn Down for What on Rick James TV, Rick James TV 1, I believe. And then I'll be streaming in car, but you might not want to watch that one because I don't know how that's going to turn out for me. So, yeah, good luck to everybody and stay safe out there and happy Halloween.
Appreciate it.